My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Griftlands. At the top of this episode, I would like to say that this series is no longer sponsored by Clay. You can still buy the game from a link in the description down below, but the sponsorship is over and I'm continuing the series. Why? Because I really like the game. I was already gonna kind of cover the game, and then they approached me with a sponsorship. So it was an absolute kind of perfect setup for me. The laborer rubs his elbows like it's been 10 years since they ran out of grease. Shake nods in acknowledgement of your presence. Well, to start, I only have 9 resolve at the moment. This is going to be rough. I need to be very focused on defending. We'll see you tonight at the rally, eh? I hear it's going to be quite the bagger, to borrow local parlance. Rally? Hesh no. I told Calandra and that Jaracle. Jaracle, a thick pelted species, usually kept under the heel by Havarian power dynamics. Of hers that I wanted nothing to do with it. I see. You don't need to rise, eh? You can look after yourself? More or less, yeah. Well, which is it? More or less. Okay, 4 incoming damage this turn. I have no defense. I have to improvise defense, I think, yeah. Yikes. I'll take the boosted slight. I'm gonna throw pleasantries. Mirrored call it to gamble twice. Okay, dig cost 0 now. Go to cast a scatter card. Oh, yikes. I'm gonna go with Volga here, actually. Draw 2 cards, gamble for each hostile card drawn. Got a couple in there. Hopefully I gamble enough times to defend myself. No! Defend me? Thank you. Ouch. The defense in this deck is real bad to start with. Okay, I definitely need to take names this turn as well. Gain 1 count whenever a card is played. Alright, so I guess I'll remove that. Discard a card and gain dominance equal to its cost. Play that on the blacklist. No, the blacklist, I need to take names so that it actually gets more powerful. I'm gonna rig. Guess I'll take that. I hope that the enemy starts attacking my argument in the rigged snails. I didn't know that rigging was actually going to be an argument as well. Well, I got double rationale for this turn at least. Okay. Hopefully I have lethal next turn. Yikes, I really need to stop arguing with people. When dismissed, Shake loses 6 resolve. That's really good for us. Looks like I will actually be able to win here now. Beautiful. Throw that out. Rig 2 and then get a Grumble out. Grumble him to death. Beautiful. Should have ranted first, but I didn't know what I was going to need after that. Okay, Call It got upgraded as well. Gamble twice. I'm taking risks. Reckless Insult. Spend all dominance. Gamble and deal 2 damage to a random target for every dominance spent, or whenever this card is drawn, gamble unplayable. I'm going to take Reckless Insults. I don't have the ability to utilize it effectively yet, but eventually I will. You're not wrong, the rally will be trouble. The Spark Barons is sure to send reinforcements. They'll be looking to find any excuse to penalize those in attendance. But Calandra has sent me to guarantee that you'll be safe in the crowd. Wear a mask if you'd like. If trouble comes to call, I'll be the one to answer the door. Giving you a chance to slip out the back, as it were. Really? You do that? Alright, well maybe I can mosey on by, just give it a glance. I'm not really committing to the rise or anything, mind. Just willing to hear what Calandra's got to say. You handshake a pamphlet and cross his name off your list. The next name on the list is Pleat. You probably have more than enough people convinced already, though, and the rally is starting soon. You could just fudge the numbers if you wanted. I don't want to fudge the numbers. I'm going to look at the proprietor. He speaks with a Deltrian accent, implying he was born on the mainland. Another day in the feud, huh? Dang. I was really hoping that I'd be able to get a drink. You meet Pock. The Kodeshi looks you up and down in suspicion, but nothing. Yikes. Across from the mill. I'm trying it. Okay. Please serve me a drink. You meet Cricket. I pay Cricket to help me. Pay Cricket to help me in a negotiation? I might need to do that. Alright, Cricket, help me. You meet Pleat. Date you. Convinced. She sympathizes with the Spark Barons. She's 6 extra. I come bringing news. Despite what you might have heard, the Labour rally's still on. Rain or shine, bog fog be damned. Oh really? That is good news. I ain't going to Chorus. Are you sure? You wouldn't want to miss the event of the season, would ya? Well, this is looking bad. Defends. That double defend? What happened? Double duty. The first card played at the start of your turn is played twice. Oh hell yeah! Beautiful. Okay, now let's rig 2 heads. Rig 2. Sorry. Snails. And let's gamble 2 times there. Gain dominance. I mean, I'll lose the dominance at the end of the turn. So I'll attack with this twice. It'll also... Oh, no, I should have attacked with that first, as it turns out, right? Because, yeah, no, of course. The effect triggers only if you happen to hit the gamble afterwards. This is not looking good. I hope I get another defend next turn. That's no defense. Now I can take names for a bunch of damage here, but I have to Vulgar if I want to live through this turn. Okay, I got some composure at least, but now I have to get rid of Irritable, otherwise I will end up losing this fight anyway. Defense and offense there. Okay, I have some composure now. Gotta dig to get rid of that. Improvise. Okay, that's 4 composure. That's great. Let's compose myself. Spend all dominance. Gamble and deal 2 damage for every dominance spent. I have no dominance yet. Upgrade that. Oh, God. What's this? When dismissed, you lose 6 resolve. Okay, at least I have something I can do here. Alright, let's go Vulgar. I'm looking for some card draw. Need defense. Need defense. Ow! Slow down! I need damage. I need something. Okay. Defend 2 times. Defend 2 more times? No, that was damage. This is literally all incoming. Oh my god, I'm literally 1 damage off the kill right now. You have to be kidding me!
And I'm going to get exacted by the enemy as well. Oh. Well, at least I get to upgrade some cards as a result of it. I don't want the Twisted Dig, obviously. I want the Boosted Dig. Rationale. Yeah, give me Composure, please. Just, like, more Composure. Both, like, if either of these was upgraded beforehand, we'd have a huge time. Gamble. Okay, yeah, they apply 2 Composure to all of your augments. That's actually really good.
You must go. Not just for your own good, but for your fellow laborers. And for your children. The barons haven't let us have kids since the riots 10 years back. So you see what good organizing does. Thanks for the invitation. I'm still not going.
I think half of those lines were supposed to be hers. You've seen this attitude before. There's no cracking through it. You've worked through the whole list from Kalandra, though it's hard to imagine it's worth it. That sucks. Well, Kalandra, I failed. You spot the corner Kalandra told you about. An anchored trolley stands in place of the podium, and a Rise volunteer hands out pamphlets with one hand, while clenching makeshift signs with the other. A couple of barons are standing guard, and one of them snatches a pamphlet and sneers at its pictograph contents. When Drabit, a Rise pamphleteer, approaches, he silences the onlookers with a single upraised palm before stepping out onto a trolley.
Hail laborers, workers, agents of making. Because that's what we are, if you could believe it. The barons might beat the drum, might issue the scripts where they feel like it, and demerits more often than that. But make no mistake, we are the ones making things happen, and that's why we hold all the power.
And that's only how it starts. Some of the audience starts eyeing the crowd as if planning their escape, and you can hardly blame them. Talk like this on the derrick would only earn the crowd a face full of mustard. And Drabit's a good speaker. But Drabit's rather a good speaker. And more stick around than not, while the barons watch on. Just before Drabit can build up his steam, a goon in a Spark Baron collar approaches the podium. All right, laborer, that's enough. Your time is up.
What? We got a right to be here.
New policy. Public gatherings gotta disperse within 20 minutes unless otherwise approved in triplicate.
Since when? Step off, Baron, or we'll consider this an infringement of our rights.
What rights? Your laborers. Ain't that what you were just complaining about? Seems like you made the mistake of fooling yourself into thinking anyone cares. Now get down off of that cart before I drag you off it myself.
Get off me!
You're pretty sure this is exactly why Drabit wanted you here in the first place. Alright, well I can't negotiate, so fight me! Battle tutorial. Let's have a look at how Rook battles, shall we? Just one sec while I make sure the volume is up.
Rook fights with a pair of aerostat pistols. The state of these weapons is reflected by his charge meter. Rook gains 1 charge at the start of every turn. Charges are consumed by some attacks and skills, while empty cells provide defense. Certain cards have enhanced effects when the charge meter is fully charged or when it is empty. Gaining charge while fully charged will produce overcharge. Each overcharge increases the max damage of all cards by 1. Overcharge is reduced by half at the end of every turn.
Interesting, interesting. I do like that each of the individual characters has unique mechanics in their negotiations and battles. Alright, spend a charge, deal 2 bonus damage, and have a charge, gain 2 charge and 2 defense. Go 2 charge, 2 defense, spend a charge for 2 bonus damage. Now I'm going to get 2 defense at the end of the turn as well from the charges. Yeah, 1 defend per empty cell, good. And then lost them. Ooh, Grout Loot Cluster. Grants Lockbox and 71 shills after the fight if killed. And Lockbox hatches after 5 plays. I gotta, right? I gotta. Apply to Mark. Mark. Whenever you attack this target, gain 1 charge and reduce Mark by 1. I'm not gonna be attacking it 2 times. Well, I mean, it's not removed at the end of the turn, so why not do it anyway? Spend 1 charge, apply to burn. Burn. At the start of your turn, take damage equal to the count of burn and deal half as much to allies. Remove all burn. Or apply a wound. Only attacking one more time this turn, so it's not wound. It's probably laser sight. Let's kick you, sorry, shoot you, and then defend myself. Now I'm going to be overcharged at the start of this turn, right? Yep, gained 1, now I'm overcharged. Improvise from a pool. We get, ooh, gain another overcharge? Baby. That's 1 down. I've now been affected by static shock. Whenever you play a card, discard a random card. Reduce this by 1 at the end of your turn. You are currently going to be applying a status effect. Got it. I think it's just shoot, shoot, shoot. Yeah, I care more about upgrading. Why did I lose a card there? Oh, whenever you play a card. Yeah, okay. I should have played the kick. That's my bad. I read that. I just made it. Ugh, Ryan. I read it and then I immediately discarded the information for some reason. If you're wondering if I forgot that I still had that. Yeah, I did. Somehow. I love the animation for the kick. Okay, more static shock, and also cards no longer gain XP this battle. Fine. Okay, let's go. Kick. Nice. Die. Shotgun, Lockbox, yay, got him. And 12 restore. I really wish I had the ability to get it before. This is fine. Volga got upgraded from that battle? How? Yeah, draw 3, definitely. Way better than the other. Okay, if the target has burn, gain 1 action, apply to ricochet to the target enemy, or next turn draw an additional card. I like next turn draw an additional card on like a decent damage card itself as well. You're starting to get a reputation for violence. I'm unstable. Draw a card and play it with a random target. Sounds good. The dust settles, and it's only a beat before the crowd disperses. A mad frenzy to get away from the scene of the crime. Pamphlets lay discarded, trampled underfoot. But you think folks got the message all the same. The smart barons aren't so tough after all.
That could have gone better. What do you mean? I won. At the cost of future rallies, the next one will have to be done in secret. But I guess that was always going to be true eventually.
I wish I could have gotten another person to come along. Yeah. Hello again. Tell Calandri how the rally went.
The rally's over.
That's one word for it. You're supposed to keep things calm. You get paid 75 shills and a graft reward. Yay! Whenever you gain charge, gain 2 defense. Ooh, cool. Start of each negotiation, ring 2 snails. Yes! My god, yes! All right, I have another job for you. We've got, let Sleeping Bogs die. This is a negotiation, but I can restore 10 resolve after it. Barons are overcharging workers at the company store, put an end to it, or workers are working a wildcat dig disturb the nest of vile urchin. Help them contain the mess before they're exposed. I'm going to focus on my negotiation now and use this to get some more resolve, and then try and use that extra resolve to negotiate for the rest of the day as well. I think I actually need the restoration here. There's a lot of industry here in the bog, but we don't actually make anything that useful. Take boots, for example. Every boot on every foot was made far away. It was brought in by the barons and sold at a baron's store. The workers need boots, so they need to pay whatever price the barons are asking at the company store. The company store. That just says the company store. Those prices have been going up lately. Let's go talk to the shopkeep and see if we can push them back down again. All right. right, anti-monopolistic practices. Let's go. This one's all about soft power, right? If we need supplies, check out the Last Stand. Last Stand, neutral ground at the Grat Bog. We don't have much to spare, but the barkeep there sells whatever you might need. Bar's kind of a neutral ground for the Spark Barons who want to pretend their workers like them. It's safe enough to let yourself be seen there without drawing too much suspicion. Nice. Let's go then. To the bulk discount first, I think. Hey, Benwen, I have spoken to you before. You've returned. Ask about prices.
What would it cost to buy some new boots?
20 shills.
That's not so bad. That's per boot, of course. Oh. I see.
Don't blame me, that's just supply and demand in action. Range a bulk discount for the workers, or demand lower prices for the workers. It's an intimidation attempt, but yeah, I'm going for it.
Let me spell this out for you. Lower your prices or I'll lower your life expectancy.
Incept to intimidated. Intimidated. Oh, hostility cards deal 1 additional damage. Hell yeah. That's what I'm going for. Okay. Draw 3 cards. Gamble for each hostile card drawn. Sounds good to me. Only gambled once there, but we gambled to the right side. Oof. I didn't take names in the last fight, unfortunately.
Well, because the fight ended.
I have to play this so many times for it to actually be good. Come on, snails. Rumble at him. Grunts at him. Unstable him. Take a bunch of damage. You're not half as convincing as you think you are. I'm gonna Reckless Insult and then Boosted Dig here. Just for the upgrade to it. Grunt got upgraded. Prepare for, yeah, extra damage in the prepared, sure. Choose 1 of 3 negotiations. Discard this card, draw 1 card and gain 2 dominance, unplayable. So this will allow me to subclass into discard. I like that. I forgot to look at the other 2, I'm sorry. You win, I'll do it, just please don't hurt me. You dislike me? Wanna have a conversation out back? Go tell Calandra that the recent pricing discrepancies have been rectified. You're stopped by a contingent of Spark Barons.
That's the grit.
There's a gifter.
What seems to be the trouble? The trouble is you sticking your nose in our pocketbooks. The prices at the company store are high because I get a cut. Now, they're not as high, so I won't get as much of a cut. Me not getting a high cut makes me sad. That makes me want to do violent things to you. Unless, of course, you can make up the difference. Demand the concept of demand elasticity? I can't fight. I'm not going to win. I want you. Look at this. Look at this parasite. All right. The prices are lower. That'll just mean the workers can buy a greater volume of goods. You still gonna get your money. That's simple economics.
Okay, cast 0, cast ready. Gamble, that's rigged, so I'll still win it. Oh, high damage dominance is right there. Oh, you get a composure for every hostile card I draw. That's rude as hell. I have no dominance right now. Scrumble at him. grumble at him again. Discard a card. Sticky. Stays in your hand at the end of the turn. Interesting. I'm going to take that. That's how I'm going to discard the other one. It's a crazy plan, but it might work. You'll hear from me if it doesn't. Please, come back to me. Come back to me at a different point. Maybe when I have a little bit more prowess with my blasters. Hello, Rook. Report lowered prices.
Better Wemmers has agreed it was in his economic interest to lower his prices.
Nice work. Violence is a useful tool, but not if we use it every time. You get paid 50 shields. Quest bonus, restoration. I will take some resolve. Time's gone. I got something extra special that needs your needs. Needs your skills, rather. That bar I mentioned earlier, it's kind of a neutral ground, catering to both barons and workers. Meet me there after nightfall. We'll discuss it.
Nero was wondering if you'd only hired me for my dagger and forgot my cloak.
Later, alright? Calandra leaves you with your questions. Alright. Ooh, hang on. Limited time opportunity. The opportunity will disappear if I don't go straight through it. Recent fight took place here. Perhaps there's some treasure found about. Or Brash is looking for a guide to an expedition into the bog. Who's Brash? I don't know any Brash. I'm gonna go to this. You come across the signs of a recent battle. If there were any winners, they weren't the type to loot the battlefield. The bodies are still fresh. Best to grab something and run before any beasts are drawn to the bloodshed. A salve is 10 heal, replenish, destroy after one use. Lumen grenade targets all enemies, destroy after one use. Or company band. Pets have plus 10 health in battle. Yeah, I want a pet. Company band installed. You wrestle with the loot lodged in the mud, even as a mournful howl cuts through the air. It isn't long before you're joined by the pack. Defend myself. This will also give me the opportunity to get into another fight and defend myself for the sake of upgrading my cards. Okay. Ow. Kick you. You run away, and then I gotta play out my hatch there, obviously. Deals 5 damage to yourself. Apply 1 stun. Can't act this turn. Okay, so I apply a stun to an enemy. Got it, got it. Defense. 2 concentration. Draw a card. Increases minimum damage of all attacks by 1. Halve your concentration whenever you take unmitigated damage from an enemy. I'm gonna spend another charge for the sake of defending myself better. Okay, let's hunker down twice and then hair trigger for the kill. More resolve back, as well as if the target has burn, gain 2 charge, remove all debuffs on the target and deal 4 bonus damage per debuff. Interesting. And spend 3 overcharge this cost 0. Ooh, that's also interesting. I don't really debuff my enemies yet. Let's take a Cyclone and try and work into that, though. The bodies are growing ripe, but more scavengers are sure to be on their way. Best to cut while you're ahead. A dusty old Kredeshi approaches as you enter. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can read it across your shoulders.
I was. Once.
A rough start over her dress. Compliment Pengamut on his perception or warn him to mind his own business. You're an Admiralty coin trader. Ooh, I like coins. But I'm supposed to be intimidating.
You're very free with your observations. That's an indulgence that could get you into trouble.
Oh, I don't
I don't mean anything by it. I'm Admiralty too, sometimes. Just nice to see a friendly face so far from home.
Alright. Well, Matt, then. Enjoy your...
Do you have your squadron coin? Can I see it?
Now that's quite personal.
No, please don't take offense. I'm a collector, you see. I have several coins of my own if you're up for a trade. I'm always here. I just make fruit traffic. You decide you might be up for a trade, just find me.
Penguin backs off and seems content to give you your space. If there's an angle, you can't guess it. Hey, where are you, Penguin?
Looking for coins? I've got some good ones for trade.
Let's have a look. So apply one composure to a random target. Okay, so these are all just better than the ones that we currently have. 2 damage to a random target. Draw a card, discard. Oh, draw a card, discard a card. But yes, yes. Yeah, we'll go for that. That's going to be a really good way. Okay, so the idea is that we'll use this to fund any discard stuff in the snails build. You trade your current coin for a sifting coin.
Oh yes, that one was a familiar one. A pleasure to hold it again, for sure.
Penguin studies the coin fondly before sliding it into a lined case. The bar is well known in your network, a quiet speakeasy where folks like you can get away from prying eyes. If clients keep their heads down, the clients keep their head down even as you come in. If they're curious enough to study your face, they're clever enough to hide it.
Hello, barkeep. Name's Rook. I'm simply parched.
The bartender inspects you carefully, nods once, and keeps the conversation nice and low.
Word was I should expect you. I don't make a habit out of helping no more than I need to. Keep that in mind.
Ask about...
I don't suppose you could provide me with a little information?
That's a job, isn't it? What do you need?
Ask about the grout bog.
Can you tell me anything about the terrain here? I like to be prepared.
Grubhog is proper miserable. That's why the Spark Barons don't get any rights. Could get any rights at all, I suspect. The bog will suck up anything that falls in it, and the beasts will scavenge the rest. But it's full to the brim with vagrant age tech if you know where to find it.
Ah, dangerous, but profitable. My kind of place, I think.
Let's ask about the Spark Barons.
I believe what Spark Barons call tech, Hessians call antiquities.
A lot of fuss over rusted old refuse, if you ask me. Used to be the cult was too mighty, but these days the Hessians have to settle for what the Barons will trade. And pray to that tentacled friend that they get, but whatever they get is actually holy.
It's a powerful monopoly to hold.
Yeah, well, there's more reasons the Barons are more often than not calling the shots these days.
Let's ask about the laborers.
But the digging is done by laborers, correct? Not the actual Spark Barons?
What, and get their fancy tools dirty? Forget about it. Labor's all contracted out. Of course.
Excuse me. I'm gonna stop the gravel voice for that. I can't do it at the moment.
Of course, since the Barons own the land, and the borders, and the shops and the supplies, let's just say there's a lot of pay to duck. These days it's almost as bad as the derricks. You mean it's indentured servitude? Might as well be. Now, I don't pretend to know nothing about nothing, but if I know anything about anything, that's what you're here for. Some of the laborers have started organizing, calling themselves Rise. Bet you'll get familiar with them real soon if you aren't already. What about you? How do you factor into this? This here's a private business in the bog, thank my grandfather for that. I keep secrets. Nobody knows better than to not ask me not to. What if I need you to favor me over one of your other clientele? Feed me a little intel, maybe even about their own objectives? That's not a service I offer. Come now. I heard you were getting too old for this game. You want to stick your nose in other people's business, there's blood in the pipe. I'd rather want customers not to you and not to them. Be grateful. It's good to know. Thank you for your frankness. Thank you, barkeep. Your warmth and hospitality will keep me going for today, for certain. Hold on, I got something for you.
Hannibal digs around under the bar, producing a lined case of unlicensed grass.
A gift, my fine friend. We've only just met. You call in good favors.
Alright. 10 max health, 2 charge at the start of battle. At the start of a negotiation, discard up to 2 cards and draw that many. Hell yeah, discard build.
Very useful. What if I wanted to call in further favors? I got drinks. I got eats. You want anything other than that, you'd have to go talk to the Jakes. They have a shop set up on the edge of the bog. And the edge of the law, for that matter. They're a cagey bunch, so you might have to prove yourself worthy of their business. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Well, I appreciate the information.
I'm sure we'll speak again soon.
Maybe that'll happen to be in the next episode. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Griftlands. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There is a playlist in the description down below with all of my contents of the game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.